Is TikTok tech a scam? Well, let's just get right into it because honestly, in my honest opinion, yeah, it is. It's a scam. These are knockoffs. These are things that I wouldn't personally buy. But you guys are probably thinking in your mind like, well, hang on, Tony. You're saying that every piece of tech on TikTok is a scam. Yes and no. Yes to an extreme, no to an extreme. What I say about this is you have to be careful with what you buy. Buyer beware. I said that in the last video, and that rings true in this. Buyer beware. This first thing that we're going to be talking about are these guys. These are some wireless mics that I saw on the TikTok shop. The TikTok shop. And so let's just talk about this for a second. So they look really nice. They look decent. They look really, they look really nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was just coming into content creation, I'd be tempted to buy them because I think in my mind, if I can make this a little bit bigger, you can see that they're $9.99, and they're normally $33.30, and you're saving 70%. So let's see what the description is. It says wireless microphone for iPhone, iPad, Android, lavalier microphone for video recording. It's a 2-pack. iPhone mic, crystal clear recording with USB-C for podcast microphone, ASMR, and TikTok. Now, you're probably thinking in your mind like, well, Tony, that's actually, it looks pretty nice. It does look nice. And that's why I say buyer beware, because honestly, when it comes down to it, they will always make something look really nice, like on the TikTok shop, or like if you buy this on Amazon, they make them look really nice. But as I said before, you need to look at the reviews, and you need to really, in essence, follow what I say. You get what you pay for. And these guys, seeing as how they're only $9.99, it's probably going to be pretty cheap. They may hold up for a little while, but they're not going to hold up to compared to this. This right here is my Rode wireless mic. My Rode Go Wireless 2 mic. This was one of them. I have a 2-pack. And these are very expensive mics. I've done a full, review on this before, and these act like they were just recently bought. I've had these for like 4, almost 5 years now. And, they're great. I love them. They if I can get the words out of my mouth, they really hold up to their value. And to be honest with you, these guys, I could see only, really kind of lasting for like maybe 6 months to a year, if not less. But let's look at some of the reviews, because you guys are probably thinking in your mind, like, okay, what are some of the reviews? Let's see here. So this person, 1 star, got it for Lightning port, but they send out Type-C instead. So that's something, let me just bring this a little bit more up so you guys can close up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you can see right here, he says that they sent Type-C instead. To me, that is very disorganized. He went into this with good intentions, and he is expecting to get the Lightning port because he probably has like an iPhone 13 or 13 Pro Max or whatnot. But they sent him the USB-C port instead. Now, I'm no rocket scientist, but I do know that taking care of customers is crucial to your business. But again, this is TikTok we're talking about here. But going back to it, this next person said that they really liked it. You can even see that it looks really. See, this is the port that that individual was hoping to get, but they got the Type-C port, and this is the Type. I mean, they got the Type-C, but they were wanting this one. Is what I meant to say. If I can get the words out of my mouth. But in my honest opinion, this is not worth it. This is not worth it. I could easily go on Amazon. I could go on Walmart. I could go on eBay and get something a lot better quality than these. I'm just saying, like, because they look cheaply made, in my honest opinion. Because again, this is my Rode wireless mic. This is one of them. And these things are built to last. You know, I've dropped these, unfortunately, and they've traveled with me a lot. They're what I use when I'm doing boots on the ground, out in the field kind of work. And these hold up, and they hold to the test of time, but these will not. Now, you're probably thinking in your mind, okay, he's really bashing these, but does he have anything good to say about them? I do have a few good things to say about them. You know, they're small. They're easy. You can definitely tell like that you could easily travel around with these, and they look like they'd be very easy to travel with. They look really nice. They look pretty user friendly. From what I've seen on videos of people doing advertisements for them, you just plug it in and go, and that's great. Like if you are a new and upcoming content creator or someone that's wanting to get into like the content creating space, and you feel like, well, I can't really afford these, because these ones, I'm going to bring this full circle real quick. These range anywhere from $500 to over $1,000, depending upon how many you buy and where you buy them, and if you get the warranties and all that, and all that stuff. So if you're thinking in your mind like, well, Tony, I can't really afford a really expensive mic like that, and that's fine, because like I have friends who are just getting into content creation, and they can't afford, you know, to drop like quarter of a 1K or like over 1K for these, and that's fine. I understand that. I don't want you to break the bank when it comes to tech. I don't want you breaking the bank, but buyer beware. But going back to it, they look decent. Now, would I use these for a long term? No, I would definitely not use these for a long term, because when you get stuff like this that's built from overseas, great example. In the last video, I talked to you guys about those smart glasses. These look like a knockoff to me. These look like a knockoff of DJI and Rode Wireless. So if Rode Wireless mics and DJI wireless mics had a baby who then got a knockoff taken of it, it'd probably be these guys. Sorry, that's what it would be. So, would I buy these? Absolutely not. I would not buy these. I would save the money. I'd set the money aside to get either these or DJI wireless mics, or something that has a name brand value. But honestly, when it comes down to it, you have to do your research. I always tell you guys, check out reviews, see what other people are thinking of them. You saw on this, for example, the guy right down here, he says right here, I wanted the lightning port, but they sent me the Type-C instead. That's really bad. That's really bad on this company's side of things. I'm not impressed with that at all. But going on, so I don't keep bashing on that one, let's go. There's another one that I've been really thinking about, and this is one thing that, again, it pertains to content creation. It's all about tech, and I want to bring that up to you guys' information. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a great example of cheap tech. This right here they call this the vlog shooting kit for iPhone. One set iPhone camera vlogging kit with LED lights for fall, selfie sticks, tripod, and selfie light, and phone clip. With microphone, adjustable smartphone accessories, summer outing essentials 2024, and selfie tools. So you're probably thinking in your mind like, okay, well, this looks pretty good. And you know, if I was, here's a great example. If I was to really get into this and into the whole content creation space, or if, let's say, I had a family member who's like, you know, I really want to start a YouTube channel, I want to do this, I want to do that in content creation, I'd be tempted to buy this. But here's the thing. This is a cheap knockoff of things you can find on Amazon. They will be more expensive, but they're going to be better quality. And this more than likely will only last probably between 3 to 6, maybe a year if you're lucky, and depending on how well you take care of it. But this is very cheap. But let's go. Don't take my word for it. Let's go over and look at the reviews of this, because I want you guys to see the full extent of what I mean by this. All right. So it says, this person says, so far so good. Can't wait to get started. Just open the package, and you can't really see too much of their reviews, but you can see that they were not very impressed with it. They gave it 3 stars. And this next person says, I think this product is great for beginners like myself. I quickly adjusted to the parts. And, they talked about it being great. So let's talk about what this portable vlogging kit includes. The kit includes a retractable tripod, LED light, recording microphone, phone clip, and selfie stick, and selfie remote control, suitable for vlog recording, live streaming, selfie, photography, interview, outdoor travel, etc. And you're probably thinking in your mind like, okay, that's great. But what else does it come with? It comes with a retractable tripod, adjustable range from 14 to 42 inches with a 1/4 inch screw at the top. Compatible with phone clips, cameras, ring lights, and more. Supports an angle adjustment allowing for horizontal, vertical, overhead, and low angle shooting. So it sounds pretty good so far. And so going on, it says it comes with a bright LED fill light with the 36 LED beads and 3 levels of brightness adjustment. As an entry-level vlog kit, it can shoot at different brightness levels. Now, continuing on, it says Cataroid, a pointing video microphone. It can focus on picking up sound from the front, filtering ambient noise and making recordings clear, compatible with phones and cameras. They keep talking about that. It's compatible with phones and cameras. They want you guys to know that this is compatible with phones and cameras. They want you to know that. And then the last thing they talk about is that it comes with a selfie remote control. You can use the remote control to take photos, videos within a range of 10 meters. So, would I buy this? Absolutely not. I'm going to be honest. Look, if you're a TikTok creator and you're like, hey, Tony, you're bashing everything that I'm promoting. Hey, look, I'm sorry. If this is how you make a commission, if this is how you get money, do you. But coming from a tech specialist like myself, who has been around tech for most of his life, these are very cheap. These are very cheaply made. You can just kind of tell that it's a very cheaply made kit. I'm sorry, but it is. It's very cheaply made, and I would not buy it, to be quite honest with you. And to be honest with you, I would probably go to I'd go to Walmart. Shoot, exactly. I just go to Walmart. I mean, shoot. That's how much I don't like this. At Walmart, at least if you were to buy something from Walmart, more than likely, if it was to break, they would probably let you either return and get something as a replacement, or they would do something to help take care of you. But if you are a content creator or someone who's wanting to get into the content creation space, go on Amazon. Go on various different tech websites. Target has great kits. B&H Photo has great kits. There's so many different websites that have great kits for getting started in the content creation space. And you should never settle for something like this. I'm going to be completely honest with you on this. Don't settle for this, because if you are someone that's like, well, my son or daughter or my brother or my sister or maybe your spouse, your significant other is like, they're really wanting to get into content creation. And so I'm thinking about getting this for them for Christmas. I would put the brakes on that. I would definitely put the brakes on this right now, because this is very cheaply made. Now, do I have anything positive to say about this like I had with the other ones? Sure. It looks like it'd be pretty durable for 3 to 4 months. It looks like it'd be pretty user-friendly. And the price isn't bad. It's $24.84. And so you're saving 29%. You're saving money, but at the same time, buyer beware. Buyer beware, because honestly, when you buy cheap tech like this, it usually ends up breaking within a matter of months, if not weeks. You're lucky if you can get this going for a year. But going on, so there's something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about, another TikTok tech item. I see these all over TikTok when I'm scrolling through it, and honestly, they looked pretty good, and I was tempted actually to buy these because I'm going to be getting into streaming and content creation and everything. And it's these. Let me bring this up real quick. These look pretty decent. I see these all the time on the TikTok shop, on the TikTok app in general, to be honest with you. And so it says right now, these are the QKZ-AK3 portable wired in-earbud wired headphones with mic, hi-fi subwoofer noise canceling wired earphones for games, sports, 3D stereo sound headphones for gym and for sports, and so much more. Now, excuse me. Now, if I was to look at this, I'd be like, okay, I'm really tempted to get this. But let's look at some of the reviews, so you guys don't just take my word for it. So all these reviews seem to be pretty decent. This one says perfect performance. They gave it full stars. However, this next person, they bought it and they said it was okay, but it was really weak. So that tells me that this thing is very cheaply made. Again, if you're a TikTok creator and you're making a commission off these, I'm not trying to discourage you from making money off of these. Just make sure that your audience knows they may not last. Buyer beware. When it comes to tech, you got to put your money where your mouth is, basically. I'm very passionate about tech. I try not to buy off-brand tech. I've only done it a few times, and one of those times I actually regretted it and ended up taking the item back. But with this, I would be very hesitant in buying this. Even if you're like, well, my son or daughter is really into streaming, so this would be a great stocking stuffer to get for them. If you want to take that risk and spend the money, the $7.99 for a stocking stuffer, I'm not going to stop you. But if that was me, I would go with something like this. Now, these are my AirPods. I use these all the time. And you're probably thinking in your mind like, well, Tony, AirPods are expensive. And you're not wrong. AirPods are very expensive. They're expensive for a reason, though. Because Apple puts quality tech inside their products. They don't put cheap knockoff tech like this. But really, realistically, guys, when it comes down to it, I cannot emphasize this enough. Do your research. Look at all and what I mean by that is look at the reviews, look at what people have said about it, and then if people have had to take it back. Because like that microphone that I mentioned earlier, sometimes you may get the wrong product. And at that point, I would be ticked. I would be frustrated, especially if I was trying to get into content creation. And I'm like, oh man, I got this new mic, and then I got the wrong microphone port. I would be very frustrated. But really, realistically, guys, would you buy these? Make sure you tell me in the comments below. Would you want me to buy a couple of these just to prove if I was right or wrong? Let me know. But on that note, I will see you in the next video.